Hey everyone, Sage from Sage Light Healing here. Happy Easter if you guys are seeing this on or around the 20th. Kind of felt like, I don't know, such good energy, good vibes today that I wanted to tap in. It feels like there's a healing message coming through. So I'm messing around with my chakra cards today. Psychic development on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely going to be a message for anybody who has been developing their intuitive skills. Featuring Bobby D the cat. He's going to be hanging out with us for this. So let's kind of dive in and see what is going on. What kind of healing message we have coming through for, oh, already got a card popped. Self-mastery. Okay, so this is definitely a confirmation. This specific message is for anyone who has been working on or thinking about working towards developing your intuitive psychic healing gifts. Anyone who is considering themselves a light worker or who have been experiencing diving into doing some shadow work. This is a calling from your guides. Self-mastery. It's time to level up. Now, this is not, this could be for any level, but it feels a lot like people who have started and it feels like you have started taking the path. Maybe you've been playing around with some different mediums, whether it's tarot cards, oracle cards, anything along those lines. You've gotten fairly proficient in it, but you're not sure where to go from here. This is that level up. And or if you're like, let's say you're in the healing realm, you've done like level 1 of Reiki, but you haven't really thought about going into and getting certified in level 2. This is that next step. This is 100% a call to go to the next step, to seek that next level. This is your validation. This isn't something that is like new to you. You've been thinking about it. Psychic development. Yeah, man, they're just going to drive this home. They want you to work harder, not harder. It's that, because I don't want it to sound like you're not already working hard. You are. They recognize that. Your ancestors recognize that. They want you to be doing it more frequently. Maybe you're only doing it like here and there, or you like pull maybe 1 card a day for yourself, but they want you to start doing it for others. Oop, that one just flew right out. Mother Earth. This is usually about grounding, about connecting. This is tapping in such a way that you can start to feel the vibrations around you of all things. If you are not someone who already works with crystals or plants, they want you to start actually tapping in and feeling those vibrations. So for those of you who have crystals, like you and are working with them, you might already know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, if you don't work with them, and or you haven't experienced what I'm about to just kind of describe to you, each and every thing on this entire planet has a frequency, has a vibration, has some kind of life force to it. You can start to feel that. If you don't already know what I'm talking about, if you do, that's okay. You're going to level up from wherever you're at. But what I would recommend for you is either go get some crystals, anything that calls to you, or if you have the ability, go outside, go out into nature, literally just start putting your hands up to things, trees, rocks, flowers. Just hold your hands there and really just start to be able to feel the vibrations. Now that feels a little bit different to everyone. Some people will describe it as a tingling sensation. Some people will describe it as feeling warmth. So everybody feels it a little bit differently. You kind of have to go and just recognize what it feels like for you, but they want you to start connecting in such a way that you can feel the vibrations around you. And if you already can do that, and you're seeing this message, it might just be you haven't been doing it enough lately, and they want you to go reconnect and reground, because that being tapped in to those vibrations and those frequencies of the actual planet will help you more quickly level up or find your next step for where you're at with your gifts. It's always a good idea to reconnect to Mother Earth, because that is literally the life force that connects us all. So what else with this? Like, this is, okay, I asked the question and they gave me an answer. Okay, one came upside down, one came right side up. I'll flip this one just a second. We've got soul healing and we've got nurturing. Nurturing was upside down, which means this is something we're not working enough on. This is what they want you to focus on. We need you to nurture your soul healing. Okay, I mentioned at the beginning that you might be working on either stepping into your healing power or exploring shadow work. There's something with the energy going on right now, and I'm not entirely sure. I do track astrology, but I'm not an astrologist as strongly as other people are, so I kind of loosely know what's going on. I have no idea where we're at in the sky right now. I know a bunch of things have just gone direct. I know we've entered into Aries. Aries season is extremely powerful time for taking action, taking steps forward in anything. Aries is a really like powerhouse sign to be doing things in. Where was I going with this? I completely lost my train of thought of why I'm talking about this. It's a good time. Oh, the shadow work. It's a good time to do shadow work because you will get so much deeper and it's so much and dive, like you'll get more up and out as you're working towards things. So soul healing for you can look like several different things. But actually this is going to be a call. So this is twofold message. The first is working on yourself. This is a good time to really be kind of digging into whatever beliefs have been holding you back, really analyzing everything like that. But more than that, you are called to actually be a soul healer. So Reiki master, whatever energy work that you are called to, sound healing, anything along those lines, you are meant to be doing this for other people, and they want you to be nurturing that gift. This is upside down because you're not actively working towards nurturing it, and they really, really want you to be. Hold on one second. Sorry, I have ads playing on my music in the background and it's totally distracting me from this reading. Okay. They want you to be nurturing this skill set. You have it intuitively, you need to work on it, but also in order to get stronger in being able to do this for other people, you need to be healing yourself. So let's really spend some time, spend some love. If you've been thinking about taking that next step in a certification or a first step in a certification in terms of healing of any kind, any modality, this is a good time to do so. It's a good time to launch that. Man, they're not playing around with this. They are like, there's such a call for healers right now. And for people who are here to step into helping to raise the vibrations. I mean, I feel like I see that just across the board, you know, the divine empowerment coming through. Angels and masters. Yeah. Like the connections that are here right now feel stronger than ever. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the same way, but it feels like, I don't know. I feel like I've spent the last couple years, but like the 2000s and the 2010s felt like a fog. It felt like we were living in, like, it just, nothing felt connected. Everything felt very blah. Everything that was intuitive or like the guides, the deities, whoever you connect with, felt like non-existent or very far away. It was like there was nothing coming in. And then in the last couple of years, it's not only are more people choosing to tap in, which I think in turn makes it easier for these beings to come through, but it feels like the veil has just been like ripped, like whatever was covering our eyes and making it harder for us to see and hear and connect has just been like ripped away. And it feels like people are beaming in like so strongly, and it gets stronger every day. It is wild, in a good way. I think it's really awesome to see this. And I am seeing people I'm watching people who I never would have thought would have been open to this kind of conversation, right? Around intuitive gifts, around connecting with ancestors on the other side, or even around deities. You know, I find myself having conversations with people now and saying these kinds of things, and that I just wouldn't have guessed would be open to it. And they're like, well, I had this experience and there's no explaining it. So now I'm trying to understand what the heck it was. And then, you know, being an intuitive, I'll spit something out that just sounds like whatever, and it'll resonate for them. And they're like, how could you even know that? And I'm like, well, this is your validation that everything you were questioning is in fact real. Anyways, a little bit of a sidebar there. Okay, so this calling here, tapping in, being more present, really nurturing your gifts, your skills. Now is the time, man. Now is absolutely the time. Forgiveness. Okay, so I'm going to come back. Let's come back to this nurturing that was in reverse here with the soul healing. This is about you specifically. One of the things that has been holding you back from diving deeper into this, there is some kind of wound, energy, emotional wound here. Now, this is right side up. It's not saying that you are unaware of this. If you were totally unaware of what I was talking about, or you were in denial, or you didn't want to face it, this would have popped in reverse. This is right side up, which means you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whatever this wound is, it doesn't necessarily feel like a recent wound, but it's been something that's been hanging you up for 12/12 on the time. It's been hanging you up for a little bit. What is it? What is this? And the reason they're talking about this now is because it's the last, what I'm hearing is it's the last key to the lock. Like, I see like this door with like, oh my God, like 50 different kinds of locks all on it. And you have one by one unlocked each one. At each blockage you've removed to get to your highest self on the other side. And you have one tiny little, it's not a big thing, it's one tiny little lock left on this door. And the key to opening it has something to do with forgiveness. Now, it may be forgiveness of someone else. It may be forgiveness of yourself. It may be both. There may be a situation or a life circumstance that happened for you. 1313 on the time. Damn, we're seeing a lot of doubles. It could be a situation that just, there was just no, like I said, the last like 2 decades prior to 2020, the 2 decades before that was full of muck, gross, really dragging people down, lost, didn't have any hope or know where they were going, or felt like there was anything to grasp onto as like a life raft, right? So we did some dark stuff in the last couple decades, and we had dark stuff done to us, and we had situations where every party involved just didn't handle it to the best of their ability. And those wounds, we may have moved on and gotten out of that situation, and it may not be something that is like affecting your everyday life now, but the wounds from that are like, it's time to forgive. We have to we've shifted timelines. I've talked about this in some other recent readings that at 1414. Okay, we're just really going here in like specific order with these double digits. I talked recently about how we jump to a new timeline. Part of the process of anchoring ourselves in the new timeline is doing what needs to be done to sever the ties to the old timeline. Anything that happened to you in the past is now officially part of that old timeline. It doesn't actually exist now, which is kind of weird to say. You might have the memory, but we didn't really technically go through it, which is kind of a screwy concept, but like, that is how timeline jumping, like it's there, but it's not from the timeline we're on now. So part of letting go of that, part of the key to stepping into the new one is the forgiveness of yourself and anyone else involved, because when you forgive, you truly let it go and you're letting that timeline come to a rest. Okay, I'm trying to get better about doing shorter videos here. I say that literally every time and then I just go, but once I get reading for you guys, for the collective, it's really hard to stop. But let's see if we can wrap here. Let's see if we have a closing remark. This was a pretty straightforward reading. with instructions on what to do. It's always nice when they give us step-by-step instructions here. Ways to clear that forgiveness. You just need to sit with it. Go, like, put on some music, whatever meditative music calls to you, and sit with it. Bring up the memory. Bring up whatever that memory is. Sit in it. You can let the emotions of that time come to you. Don't let them overwhelm you, but recognize what emotions you were feeling then. Recognize what you see and understand about the situation now and how you feel about it now. And then thank your past self for doing the best that they could to cope at that time in that situation. Address whoever was part of the situation with you at that time, and let them know you understand that it wasn't, that they were also coming from a wounded place. And then let them know that you no longer need to hold on to the wounds that come with it. They played their part to get you to where you are now, but we can put that to rest. We don't have to carry it with us anymore. And when we do that, 2 cards flew out. Doing that is going to bring our spiritual awakening. You're going to feel like a completely different person on the other side of this. This little process doesn't have to be super long. I'm not talking like hours. You can just take however long it takes for you. You are going to have some aha moments like this, because all of a sudden you're going to start to feel completely shifted in a totally different place. Things are going to start to fall into place for you that you've been working towards this whole time. And abundance is going to follow it almost immediately after. Like, as I was, shuffling, this is what fell out. This, doing that final key, putting that final key of forgiveness in, opening the door, reaching this like next level of enlightenment for you. And then everything you've been trying to manifest is going to come flying in, and it's going to be beautiful. Okay, so we're going to stop there. As always, if you guys have questions or you'd like more information, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out to me in the DMs. I will never reach out to you for a reading, but if you are interested, I do book private virtual readings. So by all means, reach out to me and we can set something up. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Easter and a very happy week. Okay, best of luck.